Good morning, students. Hope you all are healthy and safe. Today, we are going to study the demand curve and demand schedule. As you all know that there is a inverse relationship between the price of the commodity and the demand of the commodity. They move in the opposite direction. They are inversely related. And today we are going to study this through demand schedule and demand curve. You can see this on the slide, demand schedule. In first column, the price of the commodity in rupees is given, and in second column, the demand of the commodity is given. Now we just will go through the demand schedule. At the price of 50 paisa, the demand of the commodity is 7 units. At the price of rupees 1, demand of the commodity is 5 unit. At the price of rupees 1.50, the demand of the commodity is 3.5 units. At the price of rupees 2, the demand of the commodity is 2.5 unit. At the price of rupees 2.50, the demand of the commodity is 1.5. At the price of rupees 4, the demand of the commodity is 1 unit. Now you can see here, as the price of the commodity increases, the demand of the commodity falls. And you can see here that there is an inverse relationship between the price of the commodity and the demand of the commodity. Now, we will plot this demand schedule on the graph. On x-axis, quantity demanded is plotted, and on y-axis, price of the commodity is plotted. Listen, students, you always keep this in mind that on x-axis, always the dependent variable is plotted, and on y-axis, it is always we plot independent variable. In this case, there are two variables, demand and price. Demand is dependent variable and price is independent variable. Demand is dependent on price. As the price increases, demand falls. Price falls, demand increases. So, demand is plotted on x-axis and price is demanded on y-axis. At price of rupees 50 paisa, demand is 7 units. Demand of the commodity is 7 unit at the price of rupees 1, and we have put a dot on 7 and 50 paisa. And at rupees 1 price, demand is 5 units, and at rupees 1.50, the demand of the commodity is 3.5 units. And in this way, we will go further and will put the points on the graph. And at price of rupees 3, the demand of the commodity is 1 unit. Now we will join all these points and with a line, and that will be a demand curve. That will be a demand curve. Now we are going to study the definition of demand schedule. Demand schedule is a tabular statement showing various quantities of a commodity being demanded at various levels of prices, as you are seeing this in demand schedule. And demand curve is a graphical representation of a demand curve. It is the locus of all the points showing quantities of a commodity that a consumer is willing to buy at various levels during a given period of time, assuming no change in other factors. This is demand schedule and demand curve. This is individual demand schedule and individual demand curve. Now we will study about market demand schedule and market demand curve. Market demand is the demand of all the consumers in the market. In this demand schedule, market demand schedule, there are only three consumers: Aaron, David, Sarah. In first unit, the price of the commodity is in rupees is given. Then individual demand of Aaron is given, second column. Third column, individual demand of David is given. Fourth column, individual demand of Sarah is given. And fifth column, market demand is given. Market demand is sum total of individual demand. At the price of rupees 8, demand of Aaron is 0. Demand of David is 0. And Sarah demanded 44 units of the commodity. And market demand is 44. At the price of rupees 7, Aaron demand is 0. David's demand is 16. Sarah's demand is 51. And market demand is 67. At the price of rupees 6, Aaron demanded 4 units of the commodity. David demanded 32 units of the commodity. Sarah demanded 57 units of the commodity, and the market demand is sum total of all three consumers in the market, that is 93 units of the commodity. And you can see this in the market demand curve. As the price of the commodity is falling, demand of the commodity is rising. At the price of rupees 1, Aaron's demand is 46, David's demand is 220, Sarah's demand is 134, and market demand is 400. This is market demand schedule. Now we will just see the definition, meaning of the market demand schedule. Market demand schedule refers to a tabular statement showing various quantities of a commodity that all the consumers are willing to buy at various levels of price during a given period of time. Market demand is equal to sigma individual demand. Now, students, we have to plot this demand schedule, market demand schedule, on the graph to make a market demand curve. In the graph, you can again see that on x-axis, quantity demanded is plotted. On y-axis, price of the commodity is plotted. Quantity demanded is 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. As you can see that maximum market demand in the schedule is 400, and that is why quantity demanded is plotted in a way that 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. And price is rupees 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 is plotted on y-axis. Now, the individual demand curve of Aaron is shown here in blue color, where at the price of rupees 1, Aaron's demand is 46. You can see it, Aaron is demanding at 46 units of commodity. A dot is plotted on the graph, which is 46. David's demand curve is shown in orange color, and at the price of rupees 1, David's demand is 220, and which you can see here again that at the price of rupees 1, Aaron's demand is 220, which is plotted on the side of the x-axis. Sara's demand curve is shown by green color. At the price of rupees 1, Sara is demanding 134 units of the commodity, and it is shown in green color that at rupees of 1, Sara's demand is 134 units. And the market demand at the price of rupees 1 is 400, which is shown on the graph with black color, that at the price of rupees 1, the market demand is 400. This is how we make market demand curve. Now just see the meaning of the market demand curve. Market demand curve refers to a graphical representation of market demand schedule. It is obtained by horizontal summation of individual demand curve. Students, this is what we are going to do today. In next class, we will study the law of demand. Thank you so much.